Hellos, hellos. Hello to everybody out there. I'm at it one more time. This time I'm just gonna hold it in my hand for you. This time it's gonna be a longer video depending on my space storage. Last time I ran out of space, so I'm sitting there talking to myself, looking like a crazy person walking my dogs. By the time I got to the end of the second block, the video was gone. Anyway, this is a learning process for me right now. I'm in my normal, except it is laundry day. Well, I don't have a day. Whenever I need to clean my clothes, I put them in the wash. So I had to slum it today with the big ass hole in my pants. If you saw that, I don't know. Anyway. And these were my favorite, nice. You can thank Spunky for that. That girl, I don't know what to do with her. She literally tore up our couch. Brand new couch. But I can't be mad at her. When you, by the way, I got my light on and my reflective mask because I am walking to the, actually. Dang. I gotta edit that out. Because I said a name brand. Anyway. If I can, I might have to download another editing file. Anyway. By the time I get back home, it's going to be dark now. I won't have you on the whole time, but you'll be able to see the sidewalks I was telling you about, at least today. And one of my pet peeves. Maybe two. I don't know. Anyway, I will be holding you in my hand today because putting you in my pocket, even though it's a little stable, doesn't work as far as aiming. But it's good to know that I got a place to put it if it, well, I got to stack up my shirts again. Oh. I have to stack up my shirts again. I need some pocket shirts. I need some pocket shirts. Who knows? I saw a couple of cops out here last night and I just didn't get a chance to come out. Maybe we'll catch something on the way. If ever something like that does happen, I will come back to you. But when I'm not really doing anything important, I will cut it out. By the way, it's 5:32 on Sunday to begin this walk. I'm gonna try to use timestamps on my videos just in case when I'm out doing other things and something happens, I will know what records to request. Hopefully I won't have to go through that. But let me turn you around. So, see you in a second. Hello, hello. There's no traffic coming, so I might as well let her go first. I am slow. I'm not the man I used to be. Which is fine and dandy. Sucks now that I'm looking for a job. And as much as I want to take out these signs and whatnot, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. At least not at this present time. I don't have a computer. I don't have a computer, nor do I have a extra storage space. I found an old phone with a 32G card in it, so I decided to use it. This is also testing how long I can record. But who knows? The last two times I was walking down that side, now I'm walking on this side. But anyway, when I get to the little section I was going to talk about earlier, I'll come back to you. All right, be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So, I was letting you know that I got this hat on, right? I don't know how well you can see because I can't see. This hat, that little white dot is important. Of course, the hat's my father's. He gave it to me. Unfortunately, I walk so much that I sweated it out. I can't even cut my hair now because I shaved myself bald on the head. Because if I didn't, I look like George Jefferson. No, just kidding. But, well, not quite. I have my light on so people can see me. The front has the regular lights. And the back, that little white spot actually glows red at night. There's a red LED in it. And so therefore, eventually, what I want to do is buy a bunch of them and have them for the auditors. And we're at my first spot. As I said, sidewalk is non-existent. So, what am I supposed to do? Cross the street over there? I don't think so. Where I'm going is on this side. So I walk in the street for protests. How you doing, sir? All right. So I walk in the street for protest. Since the city, the state, and the government does not see fit that pedestrians are supposed to be safe in their travel, I'm going back old school. I'm walking in the street. As I said, homes, property owners should not be able to commandeer or destroy. And I say commandeer because I'm going to come to a second point later on. But I haven't got to it yet. Since they allow this to happen, I do what I do, and that's me. Because not everybody, especially when I was telling you about the bullheads, man, that stuff hurts. Not everybody wants rocks and stuff lodged in their shoes as they walk. And out here in Arizona, everybody wears what they call chanclas, which is flip-flops, mostly. Unless they out here fronting, buying Jordans that they can't afford. You know what I mean? I can't afford to do that. And I hope you're getting everything possible, because I also have my hand on the bottom side, and this dumb phone has the mic and the speaker on the bottom of the phone, so I hope I'm not muffling you, but we'll find out when I edit. So, a lot of the streets are just like that one, commandeered or broken. Why is that allowed? And then they want to give us jaywalking tickets. You see that spot over there? There we go. That's a crosswalk area, but no crosswalk. As I said, they want you to zigzag, but they got handicap ramps leading to nowhere. Here we go on our way down the street. Okay, so I don't understand it at all. And forgive me if I ever repeat myself, my memory is kind of short. I don't know if it's due to my medications or what. But this is one of the side streets that I go down. Eventually I'll be through all of these streets. That's another thing. I want to say right off the bat, anything I say can and will be used against me in the court of law. No, I'm just kidding. But I know it will be. I want you never to believe anything that is coming out of my mouth. Why do I say that? because I want you to be a smarter individual than I am. I don't want you to believe anything that ever comes out of anybody else's mouth, whether it be news, media, these commercials they keep putting in our ads in order for us to survive. By the way, I'll share that to you later. Don't believe everything that you hear, see, or read. Put things together. Get multiple sources to find out for yourself. Because if you use multiple sources, you're more likely to get the truth. Which is why in court, the judge is supposed to hear your side, the other person's side, and some other bits and pieces in between, so that he can come to a rational decision. So never believe what I say or anybody else say, because I do make mistakes. I am human. Also, do your research. All right, we're at our second spot of my pet peeve and why I walk in the street. You see the sidewalk there. So this is why I say commandeer. This is a medical building. Now, they say that sidewalk is for public use, right? Right. So, a friend of, well, I shouldn't say friend, but he's still family to me. Arizona auditor. Check him out and subscribe. Arizona auditor went through Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin had a sidewalk similar to that one. And security jumped on him. Now, Lockheed Martin, for those who don't know, is somewhat of a defense type place, government building. So, my thing is also, why are property owners allowed to commandeer? Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to go in the grass. People aren't moving over enough. And they allow the water to just stand there. Arizona desert, water standing. Make sense? No. Okay. Anyway. And I'll tell you why I'm avoiding the water. Is because of these. I walk so much, I walk holes in my shoes. That's what broke bastards have to do. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to use that word. Well, I did, but not on YouTube. But it's my freedom. Anyway. So, individuals can actually walk down those streets, right? No, I'm sorry, not streets. Those sidewalks. But let an individual like myself or Arizona auditor go down that street with a camera filming the building, all of a sudden we're trespassing. Cause you see the sign coming up and the light post. What I've come to find out is that those are public utilities and signs, which basically states as to where the public easement is. Now, at first I didn't know what that meant. Basically, it's the right of way of the people. Go ahead. It's the right of way of the people to walk. and not be trespassing. And I say trespassing with air quotes because they tried to get Arizona auditor with trespassing. I hope he goes back there soon to push the issue. Also, there's a club that he went to. I might as well walk on the sidewalk because it's clear here. I do like to walk on the sidewalk, but the odd thing is that I've never been hit walking on the sidewalk. I was crossing an area like this at a gas station at a mall. Some crazy mofo decides to lose control, and instead of going for an empty parking lot similar to this, he comes back towards the street as I'm in it. He hits me. All the times I've walked in the street, I've never got hit by a car. Walking on the sidewalk, I done got hit once. So if a cop say it's for your safety, bullshit, isn't it? It's not for your safety. It's just because they want to make money for their city. I mean, they already getting taxes from us. But I'll save that for the walk back. Because I'm going to walk the main street home and hope to come across something worthy enough to record and not call this a test. Because another station I shout out, photography is not a crime. Look it up. Along with PNN News, photography is not a crime. Piqued my first interest. And then there was James Madison's audit. I think I butchered that name, and if I can add it, I will add it in somehow. He is an ex-cop who left the force and now records. He's a First Amendment auditor and a Second Amendment auditor, which I think all auditors should be if they can. Some people have backgrounds. Which is fine and dandy. Another issue of mine. No sidewalk again. Another issue of mine. When a person come out of jail or prison, why are they, unless they're on parole or probation, why are they still under scrutiny? I've always understood justice to be once time is served, you are back a normal individual, if you want to call it normal. Why are they still persecuted? Anyway, that's a story for another day. I'm going to end this right here so that it'll be easier to edit, and then I will catch you back on the walk home. See you in a few. Welcome back. Just got the medicine. Now I will take the main street. Hopefully. Well, not hopefully. Unless it's a warning or something like that. I don't want nobody to get pulled over. Oh, missing puppy. I just found out my niece's first dog, Daisy, passed away. Little terrier. I think she was full breed. Oh, let me get my gloves on too. I know how she feels. When I lost my first service dog, broke me up more than I expected. Stand by. All right. Oh, and it's time for lights. I should have had it on about 30 minutes ago. As I said, there's two. I used the spotlight because the other light is really wide. Actually, I need to cross this street too. Wait. Get this off my screen so I don't be pushing buttons by accident. Oh, and I did push buttons by accident. All right. So I feel for her. I know how hard it hit me when I lost my Lola. And I want to hunt. But she helped me out so much. Which is a story for another day too when I go to Walmart. But today is more about the sidewalks of Yuma, Arizona. So, here's another reason why I had to cross. Apparently, oh, I forgot my light. Sorry about that. Walking and talking to myself again. People must really think I'm crazy. Well, again, my phone shut off on me for some reason after 3 minutes and some change. 48, I think. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I don't have enough space. I don't know. It's not looking good for me. Either way. Another video was only 16 minutes, and I'm not sure if I got all of it yet. But I was saying my pet peeve about those sprinklers, at least start there, is that
wait. Stop sign is on across 44th Street.
This is a farm town. Used to be a farm town, still is. Out in the county areas. So when they started developing this area and putting concrete down and whatnot, well, what people don't understand is this damn sidewalk gets slick when it's wet. It gets slick when it's wet. Another issue is that the fertilizers that they used to use are actually eating up the sidewalk. So you'll see areas that look like, for those of you in snow states know, when it snows you throw out salt. You'll see it. Look how it's eating up this sidewalk. You'll see what looks like chalk outlines of a water pool. That's the old fertilizer that they used to use back in the day. Again, I don't know exactly what all I missed walking and talking to myself. Sorry about that. Eventually, it'll all come out. So the better I get at doing this videography. Actually, I wish I could turn this to black and white. I want to try something. I'll do that now. Well, maybe I will have to do it afterwards. I wanted to turn it to black and white, but facing forward, it won't go into any type of filters or whatnot. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But no, I'm not going to say that all over again. I'll save it for another day. Maybe in editing I'll be able to change it to black and white. I want to see what the difference is with the filter on. Actually, I think I'm covering up the mic again. I don't have my glove on. I'm starting to get warm now that I'm walking. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the walk with me as much as I was able to show you. Considering I keep getting cut off even when I don't try to cut it off. I wasn't supposed to cut it off. But hey, I'm new at this. I'll learn. I hope you guys will forgive me for this. Although I just frustrated myself by not having it recorded. All of that I said back there about being in security and Arizona auditor. I think that guy needs a little more help out there. Actually, if he didn't want to, he's going through some health issues too. So I understand why he's probably not doing it. But I would make that my personal project by going there if they're open every day, going there every day. If they're open every weekend, I'm going there every weekend. Because what those individuals did was totally uncalled for. And what the cops did was totally uncalled for. I'll at least tell you that story over again, just if it didn't record, just in case. So his son and him went cop watching and they passed a club by the name of Aura, A-U-R-A. The security there, and I hate to call them security because all they were doing was thugs in t-shirts that say security, started heckling him and flashing flashlights in the cameras, which is another reason why I got the headpiece. This is not as bright as I can get, but it's enough to stop someone flashing a light in my face if they don't want the light flashed in their face. But anyway, he then goes back the next week without his son, because I think his son's only like 17. And a few auditors went down there with him. Now, I know, just like me, there are auditors that can't get around as well, or just leave at a drop of a dime. Well, they go back and one of the auditors has a pistol. Now, he has a license to carry it, which I thought was the Second Amendment. But in the officer's eyes and everybody else's eyes, no, you need a permission from the government to carry that thing on your hip or in your pocket or whatever. So he said, listen, I ain't worried about nobody out here. I know how to take care of myself. He lifted his shirt, showed his weapon. They snitch to the cops and say that he brandished the weapon. Now, the definition of brandish is openly pulling the weapon out, waving it around with the intent to intimidate. How is him showing the handle of a gun? I mean, it's intimidation, but it's his right as an American and as a human being to protect himself. I walk around with a knife. Hey, I got one cop. They ain't on duty, although they hella close to that person there. Maybe they are gonna pull him over. She ain't changed lane to try to pass him. I'm gonna have to end this one. I've got to go. Let me start another one. Ah, darn it. She's going further than I can walk. She didn't pull that person over. She's going on a call. Oh well, maybe next time. So the cops taking the fake security's word over theirs, which chances are, and I think this is a conflict of interest. Why are you in your uniform, some jobs, in your uniform, working a secondary job, and some even go as far as using their patrol vehicle for a secondary job? That's not what our tax monies goes to. Our tax money is to supposedly patrol and prevent crimes from happening and to report and basically for the criminal aspect, if you should so happen to catch the person or they know who the person is, to be there as a supposed non-biased witness. Well, apparently cops, judges, and the government thinks that they're above the people, that they're the ones that make the rules. No, people, we are the ones that make the rules. We have the right to say, listen, this rule doesn't make sense. Let's take it off the books. There's a bunch of incidents of that. In some states, it's illegal to spit on the ground. Granted, it's gross, but why is it illegal? Anyway, I'm almost home, and we'll try this again another day. Take care.